Hi, good morning and welcome to our meditation. Today is the 24th of February. I would like to read in Revelation chapter 6, verses 7 and 8. When the Lamb opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death, and Hades was following close behind. They were given power over a fourth of the earth, to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beasts of the earth. We have seen that the word sword in the second horse, the red horse, was maharia, which was a short sword that was used for sacrifice. Here we have the word homfire. And this word is used for a big sword, as it is written in the book of Revelation chapter 2, verse 16. Repent therefore, otherwise I will soon come to you and will fight against them with the sword of my mouth. So here is the same word as in Revelation chapter 6, verse 7. So this is talking about war. But this text comes from a book in the Old Testament, which is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 14, verse 21. For this is what the sovereign Lord says, how much worse will it be when I send against Jerusalem my four dreadful judgments, sword and famine, and wild beast and plague. So this comes from the Old Testament, from the book of Ezekiel. What was happening in Jerusalem when God said that? People were not faithful to the Lord, and that's why God allowed the Babylonians to come and to conquer the city. And these things, they happened as the army was around the city, bringing war and killing people. Those people who took refuge inside the walls of Jerusalem, they went hungry. And then, of course, death came because they were hungry, but also because there were plagues. Because people were weak, because they were not eating very well, and then they were ill as well. So these four things, they are happening right now. They always have the pale horse as being going for a long time. This pale horse is right now doing what you can see it on the BBC. War, famine, struggle. These things, they happen, and Jesus is telling us, as he is giving this revelation to John, that we have to be looking for these signs and knowing that he's coming back soon. As it says in Matthew chapter 24, Mark 13, and Luke 21. And in those three texts, Jesus is saying that there are things that are going to happen to everyone, and those who are going to happen to those who are following him. Persecution. But we should, there is distress in this world, but there is also consolation. As we read Ezekiel chapter 14, verse 22, he says, yet there will be some survivors. Sons and daughters will be brought out of it. They will come to you, and when you see their conduct and their actions, you will be consoled regarding the disaster I have brought on Jerusalem, every disaster I have brought on it. So there will be survivors. We are amongst those survivors because we trust in the one who is, and is to come. Things are happening. These four instruments of judgment, they have come out, and they are right now acting in this world. But as the trumpets will sound in the book of Revelation, they are sounding today because when a trumpet was sounded, people should be looking for the signs and being. It was a way of telling people there is danger coming, and we are looking to the one who is in this to come, who has conquered death. So the pale horse is out there, but the Lord has given us the promise that he was going to be with us. Whatever happens, the Lamb is victorious. In the book of Revelation, we see all these disasters, all these terrible things happening, death and Hades following death. But we see the one who was and is to come conquering both Hades and death. He has conquered them. And we are victorious because of Jesus. We are victorious because we are following Jesus, as chapter 14 of the book of Revelation says, that the believers, they followed the Lamb wherever he went. Wherever he went, they were following him. And that's how we should do it today, as we see the pale horse out there bringing death and famine and disaster. But Jesus will remain the same today, yesterday, today, and forever. God bless you.